This Hangout on Air is live. Yes, it's Alicia Stringer here with the Millionaire Mindset Hangout today, and we're so excited. We've had like last minute, like 5-minute adjustments for everybody. Everybody's laughing, but we do this like every week. We like have last minute technical problems. We're like, hold on, 5 more minutes. But that's part of the mindset. You have to kind of adjust and make sure it works with no matter what comes your way. So here I am in Nashville, and so is Tino. But listen, we were going to have Paul out today, and he turns out to be very sick today, and so he's going to come out with us next week, so I'm so excited for that. And Kim has came out before and had an appointment. So Tino came out back to Nashville with me last week. I was trying to get him on the Hangout last week, but he was just hanging loose. And so I'm excited to have him out today because his fighting attitude and just learning more about him has been impactful for my life, so I know it's going to be impactful for you guys on what he's been through and transformed. He's just a little 19-year-old kid, and Paul has just embraced him inside of his team and just putting him onto the just next level. So let me introduce my panel, and then we'll have Tino come out and share some of his highlights and special tricks and stuff he's going to share. So let me go over to Valerie or Greta, whichever one y'all want to come out and share who you are, why we put this together, and what you're looking forward to.
Sure, I'll help out. And Tino, great. This shows the mindset. You're ready to like jump in and take action. Tino, just for those of you that don't know, Tino is extremely successful right now. Things are very powerful. So I'm very excited for him. He's going to be talking about what is it? What is the shift? What's going on inside of him? What is that key? What is that shift that's really creating this crazy result that's happening in his life right now, which is very, very powerful. I'm very excited about that. So I'm Valerie Jampolsky, and I have got, so stay tuned because you're in for a treat. So I'm Valerie Jampolsky. I've got twin 4-year-olds. They might be coming running in at any moment. So I give you the usual naked kid alert. Naked kid alert if you see a little kid running by. Just saying, okay? And I'm excited here. I'm always excited to talk about mindset because I know that in my life that has been the precursor to everything. That has been the precursor to the actions, the precursor to everything that's resulted in any powerful results and changes in my life have always started from that core. So excited to be here, and I want to pass it over to Greta.
Awesome! Oh my goodness, I'm super excited to be here. It's just been a whirlwind of activities, and as Alicia was saying, that we had some technical difficulties, and for those of you who may have been invited or you may have seen a post about Paul Gardner being on with us today, for those of you who don't know, I was updating a lot of my stuff. It was all sort of quick last minute. We just found out that he was super sick right now.
Barely breathe.
And then, I think there was some miscommunication that went on because then I had, updated everything and said that Kimberly was going to be on with us today, and she as well is not. But I am super excited about today. This is like, it just gets better and better and better, and it's funny because when you actually just roll with the punches and just realize that everything is as it should be, like maybe you have this plan that you planned out, like we planned to have Paul on with us today, and then we planned to have Kimberly, and then we ended up with Tino, and I'm super excited to hear from him, and just like I haven't even met Tino yet, so hello, it's nice to meet you, Tino, and I'm excited to hear what you've got to share with us today.
All I can say is anybody here that's watching here right now, you're here because you need to hear something very powerful that Tino's about to share. There's a reason in your life because this guy is amazing, and there are no accidents. There are no accidents that he is here with us right now because we've been wanting to get him on before and he was not available, and he's here now, so this is perfect.
Woohoo!
Nice.
So to start us off with Tina's story, I know Keisha wanted to be out here. She had some different things going on, and she actually had some really key questions that she wanted to make sure that was being asked. in today's Hangout. So let me see if I can go back to her notes that she had. She said that what is like the one shift that kind of, maybe you guys can find it. I don't know if I can find it. That really set yourself to really kind of waking yourself up, and that you just get in those 2 sales a day. That what can you pick out like one shift that was going on? Maybe I can go back and find some more of the questions, but that was the one question I know we wanted to focus out on today. So take it on to you, Tino.
Awesome, awesome. And if you guys don't know, like they said, my name's Tino Martinez. I'm 19 years old, and I can actually tell you the exact day I did that mental shift. September 13th, a little less than 2 months ago, was when I actually had the hugest mental shift and actually started getting 2 sales a day like that. And actually, it was all belief. Like, it wasn't no technical things. I was doing the exact same things, yet getting different results. I'm gonna be explaining how I did that in a second, but like I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about my story. I'm not the average 19-year-old. Like you. They gave me a 30-second notice. They were just like, hey, I saw Paul and Kim. They're really like sick. Like they're throwing up and stuff. And they were like, can you please just cover us? I said, no doubt, because I treat my business like anything, like a boxing match. You got to roll with the punches. You got to be ready like that to fight or to hop on Hangout, just talk to strangers. And where else can you find a 19-year-old with this kind of mindset? And I love that it's called the Millionaire Mindset, because that's actually my favorite thing to teach. Nothing's ever scripted. Everything comes up from here. So that's like I speak from the heart, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So first off, I'm going to tell you I got started in this industry about a year ago. I haven't even been in Empower Network a year yet. And what's crazy is when I got started in this industry, it was literally the worst moment of my life almost. And it was like it saved me. Like it was a breakthrough I needed. I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in religion. I didn't believe in the law of attraction. But somehow, when I was 18, I put this out to the universe that I wanted to change my life. I wanted to get it started into something. I wanted to continue my boxing career and travel the country. I didn't even know how I was going to do it. I had insomnia, sleep paralysis, and was working 2 jobs, and I had no idea how this was going to happen. Well, what's crazy is a week later, when I made that dream or that wish, everything came true. I got started my first online company, and things took off from there. I struggled 3 months. I couldn't even recruit a single person. The sponsor that I got into in that specific company, he bailed on me. He just took my money and ran. And I said, that's cool, because, I grew up raising myself. I'm the youngest of 4 brothers. I had to grow up fighting all of them, and everything I've had to do, I had to struggle. So I was like, cool, that's fine. I can do this alone. I don't need a sponsor, because, they don't have to dictate where I go. And what's crazy about this is every single night for 3 months, I had insomnia. But instead, I was working on my business because I was obsessed. I was obsessed with being successful. I wanted to learn everything. I didn't even know what a blog was. I didn't know what an autoresponder was. I didn't know what a squeeze page was, but it was just me and Google. That's all I needed, because I had the mindset of an 18-year-old who said nothing is impossible. And even though I'm working 2 jobs, doing this with no sleep, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna accomplish my goals. I set it out to the universe, and I'm gonna do it. I hate going back on my word, so what I want to tell you guys right now is just literally, if you have a goal, you have a vision, aim for it, and don't ever lose it. Don't ever just like take things off where you're like, oh well, I didn't hit my goal, $15,000 a month. Let me just make it smaller. Heck no. A quote that Kimberly Denise once told me is like, your life is like a painting. You already have the image in your head. You're painting it out. But if you come back and start erasing things like, never mind, I want this future car to be red instead of blue. Well, you can't do that, because the painter's already painted it, and he's going to be going over it, and it's not going to look clear. If you want to have a clear picture inside your head, do exactly what you said you're going to do. So that's what I was doing at an early age. And why this is important is because I got introduced to this system, at an extremely early age, 18 years old, 3 months in, no sponsor, and I didn't even hesitate. I joined right away. I grabbed the first product and the second product that exact same hour I joined. The sponsor was like, hey, I saw you signed up. And I was like, yeah, I grabbed this thing called the Inner Circle. I don't know what it is, but I want it. And like, she was like, who's this 18-year-old kid, like, just coming out of nowhere? And I was just like, I was obsessed with being successful. Like, I didn't even know what the word success was, but I just knew I wanted it. I wanted it so bad. So months went by, and I got started in this, exact same system. And what's crazy enough is that exact sponsor, she left me. And, once again, I'm left with no sponsor. But I said, hey, it's cool. Like I said, this mindset, you can't break it. You can't do anything to me. So I got into months went by. I went to my first event. I've never flown before. This was crazy. I used to box, and I would travel around the east side of the country, with my car and stuff. But I'd never flown, and I was scared to fly. But I had to go to this event called the Miami Freedom event, and this was in January. And I was 18 years old. My bosses wouldn't let me go, and I didn't have the money to go. I only had like a few teammates under my team for the first time ever. And I made a decision right there. So that's the next thing I want to teach you guys. Make a decision. If you're going to make a decision, you have to do it right then and there. You can't have it waiting and waiting. Like if you guys read the book Think and Grow Rich, Andrew Carnegie was timing Napoleon Hill and on the decision he was going to make if he was going to accept his challenge. So that's like exactly like me. If someone gives you a challenge or if you have to make a decision, think of that timer. You have to do it fast, less than like 5 seconds. And so in a split second, when I was offered to go to Miami, I bought my plane ticket, bought everything. The last thing I had to do was, get my bosses to let me go, and they wouldn't let me go. And they said, no, if you leave, you're going to get fired. So that split second, I said, you know what? F it. F you, F you, F you. You're cool, but I'm leaving. I'm going to Miami. And that was it. I left. And it was just, I'm an 18-year-old kid with a dream. A handful of money, not that much, and I was just in a city, and then I met these people at this event, and they just empowered me so much. Like the mindset I learned from just being there, like it was just powerful. Not only that, that's where I met my mentors for the first time, because like I said, my sponsor at Dip, she didn't even go to the event. I went to the event. I ended up upgrading right away, and she wasn't even there. And I did it without one. So if you guys are here and you don't have a sponsor, you have a sponsor that doesn't know what they're doing, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to have this burning desire. Then that's where this mindset game comes in. You have to have this burning desire inside to outbeat your sponsor. That's what I did. Like that's what I wanted to do, and I did do that. And why I do that is because, like I said, I've been boxing for 5 years now. And I have that fighting mentality. I have that competition thing. Like Paul has it. He's very competitive. He likes being number one on the leaderboards. He likes getting signups after signups. He loves it. And so do I. That's that, mental shift. You got to be a fighter. Even if you've never thrown a punch before, you need to have that mindset, like, I'm the hungriest person in the room. So, like, I went to this event, and I was just, like, shocked. I met Paul and Kim, and it was just incredible. Like, I related to them so much. Here they were, crushing it, having tons of people on their team making $1,000 days, and I'm just some average 18-year-old. But little did I know that we related so much. Like I was like, look at Paul. He's brown skin, black hair. He looks like an older version of me. I could be his younger brother or something. People actually think I'm his younger brother. But I'm just like, this is possible. And I didn't know that till I went to these events and I got my mindset right. So let's fast forward a couple months. I was actually bringing in people for the first time. What was that? Did someone talk? I don't know. All right.
My little one. I'm silencing.
Oh, okay. But anyways, I went to months went by and actually fell off because I had to go back to working a job because 18 years old. I had to go back, and the funds from the system wasn't supplying and supporting me enough. So doing that, I distracted myself from my business and I lost my mindset. And for a whole 5 months, I was going in a downward spiral. And that's what you have sometimes. You have yo-yo months where, you go up and down, up and down. Well, this one, I went straight down. I had almost lost everyone on my team because I stopped believing in myself almost for a sec. And how you recruit people, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you're struggling with it, you need to find people who believe in what you believe. I learned that from Simon Sinek. I love that audio he talks about, start with why. And I was wondering, I was like, what does that mean? We'll start with why. And then I told people, like, what's my reasons for doing this? One, I'm super young compared to everybody else. I have the drive like no one's ever even seen. And I want to inspire people. Screw boxing. Like, I can put that on hold. I want my story to inspire people. That's my why. And I would tell that to people, and they believed me, and they would sign up. I made them believe in what I believe to change the world, inspire this generation. Because look what they have in the media. This whole Ebola thing, this whole, World Star thing, these rap videos. That's the dumbest things ever. They're meant to distract the mindset of the young generation. And that's why, like, I'm here right now. There isn't, like someone said on here, it's not a coincidence that I'm on here. I was meant to be here. But, anyways, I went on a downward spiral. And I went to this next event, and this event, it changed everything for me. I wasn't all in yet. I didn't grab the last 2 products. And at this point, my sponsor had left me. She came back, then left again. And that I still was like, I didn't even care. I didn't talk to her. She only came back because she wanted my pass ups. But I went to this event and I made a decision. Paul, just like Andrew Carnegie, he made me make a decision right then and there. He said, Tino, I know you have $7 in your pocket, and I know you got to go back to work. But here's the challenge. I want you to go all in this month, or you're not even going to get any training from us. You're not going to get, we're not going to help you out because you're not taking your business seriously. And in my mind, I was like, how the heck am I going to go all in? I have $7. Like, if you ask anybody else, come up with $4,500 in 28 days, you'd probably be like, yeah, no, I can't do it. Oh, no. You immediately say no, but not me. I never gave up. I love challenges. I love putting my back against the wall because I'm a fighter. If you put me against the wall, I'm going to fight back. So when he said that, I had to make a decision right there, and I said, I'm going to do it. Now, I didn't even know how I was going to do it. And I would tell you guys how I went all in, but some of it is not, good. Like, I actually sold a bunch of stuff, got into some things I shouldn't have got into to go all in. But the point of this is I did everything it took to go all in. And in the 26 days later, I still had 2 days to spare. I had $4,500 and $2. By the end of the night, I only had $2 left. And I did everything it took to go all in. And everyone's like, why are you doing this? Why are you going crazy over, coming up with the funds? And I'm like, because I have a dream, I have a vision, and I have this insane mindset that's going to take me there. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you don't have the mindset, that's you're already failing. The reason why I came up with the money, the reason why I came up with the resources, the reason why I never quit, even though when I went on a downward spiral, I have the mindset of like a 40-year-old. My body's young, but my mind is old. Like, I'm just like, you can't find another kid like me, and I have a vision to inspire so many people, either if they're in my generation or not. But that's why I kept going. That's why I never gave up. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And at that point, I left my hometown. I started traveling. I said, you know what, I'm going to be an example for everybody. I'm going to continue boxing and live my dreams while, inspiring others and going to these events and building my business. So that's exactly what I did. And so now we're going to fast forward to about September of this year, 2 months ago. I started getting training from Paul and Kim and all that. And they were honestly training me on mindset. Everything they trained me, nothing was technical. Everything was mindset. And I was like, all right, when are we going to get into like the technical stuff, like capture pages and all this? They're like, you don't need it. Why are we going to start there if your mindset's – why is my phone shaking? I'm sorry. Ugh. They're like, you don't need it. You got to start with a mindset. If you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to get people to believe in you and, sign up? You can have all the technical skills in the world. Like, there's some people on here right now who know how to, like, rank blogs, rank this, rank that, drive traffic. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know any of that. I'm brand new to this. I can't get the camera to fix. And I'm just like, yo, I don't need that. First, I'm going to start with mindset, then work on technical stuff. And that's what I did for the first month. For the first time, I started getting sales, like, weekly. When before I would get 1 or 2 sales a month or maybe one a month. And I was just doing I was like, you know what? It's going to get better. I believe in myself. I'm going to learn more. It's going to get better. And it did. I'm glad I never gave up because come September, I finally started making 1 sale a week. And then for 3 weeks, it just stopped. I didn't get a single sale. And I was just panicking. I'm like, I'm doing everything that they're telling me. I'm reading this. I'm listening to this audio. I'm doing that. I'm meditating. And nothing was happening. And there it came September 13th, this one night. I had never cried. There's the thing. Like, I have the biggest ego. And Paul teaches that. Everyone has an ego. And you need to break that. You need to get rid of it to get to the next level. He says ego stands for, edging God out. And like I said, I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in religion. But at this point, I did believe in law of attraction because everything I was saying and believing and wanting was coming true. So I said, you know what? I got to break that ego. I got to break free. I got to break my mental mindset. I got to transform. So that night, I had never cried. I don't really like crying. I even say jokes like I don't even know how to cry. It's been so long, But this one night, I just sat down. And I was like, why am I not making sales? Why am I struggling? What did I do all this for? Is it worth? What kind of stupid question is that? And then I just sat down and thought, and I was like, I have a team on me, and they're counting on me. My team is counting on me to succeed. And to the point where I started thinking so deeply, I broke down and started crying. And I said, I have to succeed. Someone's got to do it, and it's going to be me. I woke up the next day saying, literally, this is another key thing I want to tell you guys. Say it into existence. Like, I forgot what book I read, but it's like when you say it out loud, literally, your words are like vibrations. Like, they can trade, you know, you want to be a millionaire, you can do it if you keep saying it constantly and you believe. If you constantly believe in yourself, you believe you're going to do it, it's going to happen. So that next day I woke up and I started screaming, I'm going to make 2 sales a day. I'm going to make 2 sales a day. When before, a month ago, I used to turn red. I was embarrassed to say out loud, I'm going to make 2 sales today. You know, it would be awkward. I'd be like, I'm going to make 2 sales today. You know, but eventually I got so confident. I was like, I'm going to make 2 sales today. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this amount of money today. And September 13th, I hit my first 2 people a day. And I was just like, what the heck? I just struggled for 3 weeks to bring 1 person. All of a sudden, you know, I just brought 2 people in the first time ever. And I was just like, this isn't a fluke. It was my mindset. I changed it. And then I started getting louder and louder. I was like, I'm going to bring in this many people today and this. I'm going to bring this many people this week. And I did that. By the end of that week, I think I brought in about 10 people. Because after my first 2 people a day, I brought in another person, and another person, then another person, then another 2 people a day, then maybe another person, then another 2 people a day. And I was just doing it like that. And I was like, nothing's changed. I'm doing the exact same things. I'm growing my list, building my capture pages, you know, talking to people, bringing traffic to my sites and everything. Nothing changed. The only thing that changed was my mindset. And I realized I had to go back deep down, tap into why I really want to do this. What's my reason to do this? And I would tell myself, you know, I'm doing this to inspire people. I'm doing this to make an example. I'm doing this to retire my parents because I'm tired of them working 2 jobs. You know, they're my main reason I'm doing this. But, you know, it goes far beyond that. If you guys are here because of money, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not a good reason. Money's just a result. Think of other things, like what I always thought of, you know, what will having extra money do for me? Yes, it might be cool. Yes, I can, you know, live less stressful. But I want to inspire more people. What's the point of me having money if I can't help change anybody else's lives? So if you want money, here's a key thing that Paul taught me. Instead of asking yourself, how can I make more money? Ask yourself, how can I help more people? How can I inspire more people? Because when you inspire more people, the money comes. Money is the result of, you know, you taking action and doing whatever it takes. So that's what I'm going to tell you right now. Like, if you have a burning desire, if you want it bad enough, start saying it out loud. Start believing in yourself. Like, honestly, because when I was, you know, that 3-week phase when I didn't have a single sale, I didn't believe in myself. I lost all belief. I was like, why? Why aren't people signing up? You know, why can't nobody join me? Then I started asking myself, you know what? I'm going to stop asking that and say, why should people join me? I'm going to give them a reason to join me. My story is going to inspire so many people that they're going to just start joining left and right, and that's what they've been doing. And actually today, you know, 30 seconds before I hopped on this call, before I even knew about this hangout, I made a sale. And I was just like, cool, I knew it was going to happen. I woke up this morning saying, dude, I'm going to make like 2 sales today. Popped on my computer, got a text message actually from my phone that said, David Wood, congratulations, you just signed up this person and this person. And I made 1 sale yesterday without even, you know, I would say it. I was like, I'm going to make a sale. That's it. I don't care what, you know, I'm going to make a sale. That's it. And it's just been coming true. And I was working through my phone. This is the crazy thing. My laptop charger just came in late last night. And I've been working my business through my phone. And I've been getting sign-ups since the event. And it's all because my mindset's there. I believe in myself so much. I don't have to work as hard because I can do the exact amount of work that I used to do or less work. But my mindset is what's attracting people. I'm attracting those people, and my stories out there is actually inspiring people. And I'm so confident. By the time I get in the hangout or a call or make a video, people see my energy. People see that my vision. They see my vision through me. You know, they're like, that's the person I want to join under. So you guys need one thing, use your story to inspire people. 2, believe in yourself. And 3, you know, do whatever it takes. Just do whatever it takes. You have a burning desire, you got to do it. Paul even told me the greatest weapon in, you know, mankind is the burning soul on fire. You literally need to have like almost like an anger to do this. Like, that's why they call me Furious Tino Martinez. Yes, that was my boxing name, but I'm so furious. That's my secret weapon right there. I'm always angry. You have no idea how angry I am throughout the day because I take that anger and energy and put it into my business. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I need to make an example for the young generation. I am going to be the example, and just watch me. I've already spoken to David Wood, and I said, look, I'm going to be getting that millionaire ring by the time I'm 23 or younger, so just please be ready. But you know what? I'm going to be walking out to this boxing song, so I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be stepping on that stage. You're going to say, Tino, how do you do it? And I'm going to say, it was my mindset, and I believed in myself. When nobody else believed in myself, when all my sponsors left me, nobody believed in me, I believed in myself, and Paul and Kim believed in me. That's all I needed. That's all I needed, and that's why I love this, you know, opportunity. That's why I love where I'm at right now. I believe I used to be one of the worst kids. Like, I was that kid in school that you would tell your kids to stay away from. I was so bad. I would get in fights every hold on, give me one sec. I would get in fights every single week. I was getting suspended. I was getting expelled. The reason why they threw me into boxing is because they threatened to arrest me for beating up a kid so bad, because he was way bigger than me, and I was just like, you know what? I wanted to prove it to the world that I was the toughest kid, and I brought that energy towards my business. And I don't want to be bad anymore. I want to be a good example to everybody. I want to say, you know what? I used to be a troubled kid. I used to have an extremely bad past, but that doesn't define where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to turn that energy into something, you know, that will inspire so many people. So, you know, that's why they called me Furious, because I grew up extremely angry. I grew up boxing, and, you know, I love it. You know, that energy, that anger, that mindset I have, I transformed into my business. So there's a reason why I'm here right now. You know, I went through all those struggles even as a kid to bring me right here, right now, being mentored by these two people, being in front of you guys in the Millionaire Mindset, and, you know, my story will be heard. I just can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys imagine with this mindset what I can do by the time I'm 25? You guys might be like, you know, saying, you know, wow, this kid's, you know, his story is amazing, you know, this and this and this. Why can't you take some of my energy and put it into your own business, you know? That's why I really hope this story, you know, my vision, my mindset inspires you guys. And I love the name of this, the Millionaire Mindset. That's actually pretty catchy. I like it a lot. But yeah, that's really, my name is Furious Tino Martinez. So for all you guys that don't know me, and, you know, I'm 19 years old, I'm here to change the world one punch at a time. Take it away.
You rock. You rock, Tino. You just.
Oh my God, that is just so amazing. You are incredible. So inspiring. So inspiring. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm jumping out of my skin. You are just.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for all of you that are watching, you know this. I said you were in for a treat, and you were in for a treat. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. So
like,
powerful. I think my head was down almost the whole time, like on and off, you know, looking at you, because I was here like busy taking notes the whole time. Just so inspiring. I can't wait to, you know, play this back for my kids when they get home. For those of you who don't know, I have 6 kids, and, you know, I grew up, you know, I had my share of things that I did when I was a kid that I don't, not too proud of myself, and I was troubled at times and got into trouble as well. And so I can relate to that, Tino, even being a girl. And, you know, and I don't like to say it was because of this or because of that, but, you know, I had some difficulties growing up, and, you know, a hard time at home. And I don't know if you had the same thing and same experiences, and maybe where that came from for you. I'm not sure, but you are just incredible, and I'm just in awe of you, and you are going to do amazing, great things, and you already have. So I'm excited to watch you on this journey.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, you covered all, I mean, everything. I mean, you went right through it. You covered everything. One thing, because I know you've been working on mindset. What would you say, because I know Keisha wanted to ask this one too. What would you say are your favorite books that you would recommend to folks to read?
Oh, I've read this book 3 or 4 times already. I've actually been reading it, like, I've been listening to Holden Buggs, and he says, who cares about reading 3 or 4 books a week? I read chapters. What he means by that is, if you're not applying what you read on these books, what's the point of reading them? So the book that I solely focus on is Think and Grow Rich. Page 174, there's a quote that he says, a weak desire is like a weak flame. You know, I'm sorry. Weak desires create weak results. Just like a small amount of flame produces a small amount of heat. What you need to do is light that fire. I love that quote so much that, like, I read this book so much that I just take quotes out of it. The reason why this book is so important to me, because I read it in the perfect moment. It talks about, in chapter 2, page 10, I believe, stopping 3 feet from gold and things like this, like how people quit right before their breakthrough comes. And I think that book itself, you just got to read it constantly. Find a good book and read it constantly. Think and Grow Rich is definitely number 1. Number 2 is Outwitting the Devil. 3 is Rich Dad Poor Dad, and next I read some books. I just pick a certain amount and read them over and over. I don't like going out and finding new ones, or unless I hear good things about it. But I'm really into audios. The audios I would honestly recommend is Simon Sinek, Start With Why. Start with a golden circle. I watched that video, I promise you, over 50 times. I almost know it word for word. That, Pulling Bugs, there's the Rich Dad, Poor Dad audios. I like listen to those. There's a lot of audios. I can't even name them. But those are like my favorite ones. The Simon Sinek, Think and Grow Rich, and Pulling Bugs. Something, I forgot the name of it, but Paul plays it all the time, so I listen to it. But yeah, those are the things that literally changed my mindset. And just being around, this is another key thing I forgot to mention, being around people who, you know, believe in you and inspire you. Because I was in a negative mindset. Everyone in my house was telling me, you know, what are you doing? Why are you quitting your job? Why are you doing this, selling everything to go do your business? They called it a business, and they called it a scam. They called it this and this. And they would bring me down. And that's when my mindset started deteriorating. And that's when I had my downward spiral, because I was listening to them. Don't surround yourself with people who are bringing you down. Surround yourself with people who are lifting you up. That's why I surrounded myself with people like Paul Gardner and Kimberly Denise and everybody else on the team, because they lifted me up. They believed in me. They had the same vision as me. And that's literally what one of the biggest mindset shifts was for me. When I said, screw you guys, I'm not even going to listen to you. You guys are broke, working a 9 to 5. I'm going to listen to people who actually have the same vision as me and are doing the results I want. So that's where all the mindset comes from. You know, books, audio, surrounding yourself with people.
Share how you got into or found Simon Sinek and the why. That was just like out of the world for me on how you found and was reciting some of his stuff.
Yeah. How I found it, I think Paul sent me a video. Or actually, when I was in Miami in the hotel with him, he's like, Tino, you got a great mindset, but it needs some tweaking. I want you to listen to this audio, and I don't want you to just listen to it and just ignore it. I want you to go back and, you know, re-watch it. Little did he know that I was watching it literally every single night before I slept, while I slept, and, you know, I just recited it, everything, because I took it and transformed it. And that's actually the first time I actually blew up on my business right after Miami, when I started making multiple sales. It was because of Simon Sinek. I started telling people, you know, what I did and how I was going to help them and why they should join. But I was like, wait a minute, that's not even right. That's so dumb. I'm going to tell them why I'm doing this. I'm going to tell them that my story, my inspiration, my motivation, my mindset, that's why I'm doing it. This system is going to help you do it. That's why I'm doing it. How it's going to help you, it's because you can do this, this, and that. And what you should do right now is click on the link and get started. So I started from the center and down. And literally Simon Sinek, that's like #1, my favorite audio.
Yeah, that inspired me because you took that and you knew it was so strong and so meaningful for you that you're like, I'm going to memorize this. Listen to it at night, morning, day, and memorize it. Who does that?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't like listening to multiple books or like, you know, reading multiple books or listening to multiple audios. I like to pick one and rewatch it and pick pieces off of it and use it, you know, like use it in my motivational calls, my, you know, hangouts, because it does work, you know. If you read too much, you're going to overload your brain. I just like, you know, chapters. But yeah.
Soak it in.
Living and breathing it. And so taking it from there, I mean, we actually have, you say, if you want to connect with the exact same system and be connected, it's actually right below. You can click below.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, it's just so powerful, very concise and very powerful, and we've got everything. Unless you guys have anything else, otherwise this is.
I have something else to say, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Share.
This is actually to
powerhouse.
Yeah. This is actually to Greta. You said, you know, you had a troubled past and everything. I just wanted to ask right now, do you actually mention that at all in any of your hangouts, any of your story, or anything like that? Or was this the first time you actually said it?
No, I have. I've cut videos. I do a lot of writing. I write a lot, and yeah, I definitely share a lot of my life, and
all right.
I'm very open.
Okay, that's good. Because I wanted to say, what would be awesome is if you get on like a video and just literally say, this is where I was, this is where I am, and this is where I'm going. Because I actually use my story a lot. Like I said, I was extremely bad. Like you guys might think like, you know, oh, he might have been suspended a couple times. No, I was bad. Like I was playing, almost burned the girl's house down. You know, I was getting assault charges on me. I was bringing weapons to school. I was a bad kid. Like, and when people hear the name Furious Tino Martinez, I want them to know where I was. I want them to know how angry I used to be as a kid, and I want them to know where I am right now and where I'm going. So I use my story a lot. Like when I talk about my struggles, my pain, being bad as a kid, I use that in some of my sales funnels, and people are like, wow, I can relate to this guy, you know, like they might have not liked what you said in the first part of the video, but when they hear more about you, when they hear your, you know, your history, you know, they can relate. They're like, wow, he's just like me, you know, he had a troubled past like me, and you know, I want to get more into that, you know, like I want to be able to explain my story, you know, do this while building a business. And I've gotten so many people to sign up because they told me, you know, your story inspires me. That's crazy that you used to box. I box too, and things like this. And it's just like I use my story. Use your story to sell. That's one key thing. Because I saw how emotional you were getting, and I'm just like, yo, that is powerful because that actually inspired me a little bit. Like, you know, imagine if I was a prospect. I'd be like, wow, you know, tell me more.
Yeah, it's just yeah, that's why I love these hangouts. I love bringing out our guests, and this was definitely a hangout that I will be replaying and listening to and sharing as much as I can because I know you just have a powerful message, and so excited to have you with us today.
Gotcha. And I wanted to ask one last thing is oh darn, my battery's about to die, so we gotta end it soon. Does Lawrence Tam actually? He's gonna watch this, right? Because I have a message for him.
Oh, we'll get it to him.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you don't remember me, but I was that 18-year-old kid in Miami that was scared to go up to you for an interview. I used to be so scared and shy. I used to be so scared to make I used to be scared to hop on Hangouts. Like I would turn red, start sweating because I was nervous. And Paul told me, you know, go interview a $1 million earner. And I got right up to him, and I turned around because I was like, oh, nope, too scared. And I think he saw me for a split second, so he totally doesn't remember me. But I'm totally not scared anymore, and I'm just going to tell you right now, Lawrence Tam, be ready because Myrtle Beach, I'm going to interview. I'm going to take a picture with you. I'm going to do whatever, but I'm not afraid anymore. I just want you to know that it is my intention. I'm speaking out to the world. See this? Look at this mindset. I'm speaking it out right now. Every millionaire in this company will know my name before I turn 20.
Nice. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Get that fire, guys.
Absolutely. And yeah, and on that note, we're going to say everybody, hey, connect up with us below.
Click the link below to join.
Yeah.
And next week.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We got call next week. And for those of you watching on the replay, you know, time and space have no meaning. Taking this message right here, right now, it was meant for you. Very powerful.
Thanks, guys. Look below the comment stream on the page, and there's more calls for you to join to get on Millionaire Mindset. We have the Empower Hour and the replay call from this last week, and I've been listening to it a couple of times and already getting more insights out of it. And then the Superwomen call is every day too. We got that phone call below. So connect with those. More ways to get on the Millionaire Mindset. And Paul and his team has had some mindset training calls in the middle of the day. And so if Tino or someone can put those phone calls, and when you have those, that would be helpful too, because I know you guys have came out in the middle of the day for some really great mindset calls too. So you can overwhelm yourself in a lot of mindset stuff, and we're here to enhance that journey for you. And so I will look forward to seeing you guys next week. See you on the calls. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Inside.
Thanks so much, Tino.